adding to their score. So that, as you said, they did take the lead, and the experiences have now kind of normalized a bit more towards their favor, and they're just showing Scrim here, you know, hey, we can play too, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And that Defiler ultimate was up the entire time. And that just goes to show how extremely devastating that can be if Defiler is not handled. It just puts out so much DPS in a short period of time, as Defiler actually picks up a Invis rune, is scouting some things out here middle. The Hellborn might be looking to push this, but there are 3 Legion heroes here looking to defend, so...
She has no mana though, like, she does not even have enough for a Wave of Death.
Well, now she does, but yeah. And Vindicator's pushing a little far forward here, so they might actually... Oh, no, he's going to run away. And there, Vindicator pops his ultimate, actually. I don't know if that was just a misclick or whether he was looking for someone, or... He was probably thinking that he was going to be an ultimate on him from Swiftblade. As at the top lane, we see Demented Shaman go down to that Zephyr ultimate. And Kronos isn't able to do much, unfortunately. So Zephyr actually
Looks like he was in tower range.
Yeah.
So yeah, that brings it back up to 10 kills apiece. That's Invisible Defiler, just not enough real mana to do really too much, even if her ult was up. I mean, all she could do is a Wave of Death and just auto attack from there. Up top, however, we have Gusting trying to bring Kronos into range. Kronos popping his ult, but unfortunately the tower seems to be affected, so he's not going to quite do as much damage as he wanted. Trying to now get away with that little time warp of his, and now they're all coming in trying to get a Plague Rider kill. Down goes Sage's Lore. There's a Swiftblade here as well, trying to take out that Zephyr, trying to make him that plate of turkey, and it's not looking too good. Zephyr's actually just going to go up into the woods there and try to get away, and wow, the kill off. It looks like the ult. It was the ult from Swiftblade taking him out before the TP could be completed, and that'll just be a 1-kill fight.
Yeah, that could have actually gone a lot worse for the Legion team. They were there was at least 3 of them in those woods there, kind of grouped up, and Plague launched a really good ultimate, and unfortunately it just bounced between those neutral creeps. And so he wasn't able to actually take anyone down, but that was a great job by Plague Rider getting that alpha out. Just very, very unlucky. And yeah, Zephyr going down to that Swiftblade ultimate in the forest, canceling the TP from the mini stun, and he just was not able to get away.
I'm being corrected by Minds Greater Than Mine that the Swiftblade ultimate does indeed do a little mini stun, so that would indeed cancel that TP. And down bottom we actually have some...
Go ahead. Alright, well,
yep.
We see that Demented Shaman was basically just executed with that devastating Soul Reaper ultimate. So that was a good job there. Unfortunately, Demented Shaman just pushing up a bit too far by himself. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but he's going to pay for it with his life, unfortunately.
Yep, my apologies on that one. I got caught off guard, but I mean, it's a very action-packed game so far. 17 minutes in, 22 kills. I'm having a hard time keeping up with all the awesomeness that's going on here.
Yeah, it's finally good to see a good game. As in middle, oh, it's just an invis rune. Never mind. Yeah, it's good to see an evenly matched game, as it were. As Defiler's opening up on Glacius here, she had the invis rune. The Wave of Death took Glacius down so low, and you can see the ridiculous range on that Wave of Death there, as another one takes out Glacius. So that's a good pick off there from Defiler. And bottom, we have Soul Reaper. I don't see him getting away from this Plague Rider Swiftblade combination. Swiftblade is actually silenced due to the global silence from Vindicator, so that's a good job hopping his ult there. Soul Reaper about to go down. Zephyr ports in, is gonna get ulted by Swiftblade, but Soul Reaper is able to survive thanks to Zephyr coming in, and Swiftblade is sitting so low here. But he's going to be able to run on out of there. In retrospect, it probably wasn't the greatest trade. letting Zephyr die there as opposed to Soul Reaper, but they couldn't really, there wasn't really any way to know that, so.
Yeah, it was a poor choice by Zephyr, but Soul Reaper just had nothing he could do for support there, so it is kind of unfortunate. In the middle, however, Glacius trying to desperately stay alive against this Defiler and Demented Shaman combination, and it looks like they were focusing down on the illusions of blue, so he will be A-okay, and looks like the middle will be a no-kill fight.
Yeah, and that is actually one interesting thing to note is Defiler has been multiple times now has popped that ultimate in the intention of pushing these towers and getting these towers down. And it's 20 minutes into the game, and we have yet to see our first tower kill despite that ridiculous ultimate from Defiler. So the Legion team has been doing a really good job in sort of pushing Defiler back when she has her ultimate up and not really dying to it despite the fact that it's really, really devastating. So good job for them.
They've also focused down Defiler twice now. She does sit at two deaths, and every time they see her pushing, they all kind of just mobilize. So yeah, they're doing a very good coordination job.
We do actually see a Shaman's headdress picked up on Defiler, which should help her a lot with her survivability because Soul Stealer, Glacius, Soul Reaper, Zephyr, they're all putting out magic damage, and so that's going to help her a ridiculous amount in surviving in these fights.
Well, when you're squishy, you can take any branch floating down that river to stay alive, so it's a very good pickup on her. Could be turning into a barrier idol later on to help out with the team.
Yeah, definitely. Soul Reaper actually picks up a Void Talisman, so he's going to try and counter that Swiftblade Chronos a bit by being able to pop that in the middle of the fight and keep pumping out his heals. So that's a great pickup on him. Swiftblade is looking to go for a Frostburn, it looks like, instead of the Rune Axe. I don't know if I agree with that either, frankly. He's only sitting at 250 gold per minute. The Rune Axe could help him farm a lot, but, you know, the slow is good, so it's good to have for him as well. It's not a terrible item, obviously.
Well, it's all about speed for landing that spin, but up top actually we got Zephyr tower diving. Oh wow, they actually got the deny off, despite the gust and the Soul Stealer trying to get everything. The ult coming out of Kronos trying to save his own skin and putting some damage out here on the Legion team. Out comes that Defiler ultimate. We got an invisible Soul Stealer who actually gets his ult off and takes down Plague Rider, just easy as that. Defiler's now in pursuit, and it looks like a ultimate from Swiftblade will take him out, and possibly even Soul Reaper. There goes the spin breaking out of that encased ice, and down goes Soul Reaper. And there was another stun, or not, another crit right there during the spin. I believe it was during the spin. He crit Glacius. So I don't know what to make of that.
I think it was after, actually. But I could be wrong, because they did change that. Yeah, Soul Stealer is actually picked up in Assassin Shroud, choosing to go that route instead of Portal Key. So, but he did a good job there to land a good ultimate. So I can't really argue with that pickup at this point. It's good to have 22 minutes into the game. But
well,
now that the Hellborn team knows that is actually the case, that he does have that Assassin Shroud, you gotta think that they're gonna start carrying Dust, and it's very easy to counter that Shroud, so. Alright, it looks like I have lost my co-caster for the time being. So we see a little, everyone's roaming around a lot. We see Swiftblade and Chronos bottom. Swiftblade's gonna pick up this DD, I believe, or he's going to leave it for Defiler to bottle up. And as we said,
it does look like a lot of action
about
about to be set up here. Glacius is in those woods with that Swiftblade and Defiler combo, and the mid there was defended successfully by Hellborn, so a lot of repositioning going on.
Yeah, and Defiler has picked up that barrier idol, so that's going to help out immensely.
And it almost feels like they're trying to stare down each other.
This top tower, actually. And now the help